Hello, this is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator. So happy to be joined today by Randy Stearns, who is CEO with D-Tools. Thank you so much, Randy, for taking some time to chat with me today. It's always good to talk to you.
Hey, Dan, thanks. It's good to see you, and thanks for having me.
So let's get right into it. It's been about a year or so since you last visited with Commercial Integrator. So I just kind of want to start by asking how 2021 ended up for D-Tools.
We had a great year. I mean, if I didn't say it was great, I'd be lying. Normally we grow it at a double-digit rate, but last year we were up about 25%, which is a particularly a large growth year for us. And yeah, really happy with that. And we did not fall victim to the Great Resignation, which I'm very proud of. We've got a really solid team, and they're loyal to the company, and I really appreciate that. Our products are doing great in the marketplace. D-Tools Cloud, which we released just over 3 years ago, is killing it. We have nearly coming up on 1,000 companies using that platform now, and just over 3 years we're adding about 30 to 40 a month. And SI, which is our flagship and still generates the majority of our revenues, is doing great. It's a workhorse, and customers love it. I mean, that's a product that is average customer lifetime for SI is about 9 years. So we've got a very loyal customer base with System Integrator, and the company's doing great. I'm really happy with how 2021 ended up, and frankly 2022 is starting off even stronger. We're up even more than we were last year.
It's fantastic. You mentioned System Integrator, SI, you mentioned D-Tools Cloud. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask what's new with each of those platforms.
Well, as always, we continue to progress on both platforms. SI, we recently released version 18, and that's the SI is the product that most of your readership uses and will and probably should continue to use for at least a period of time. And we, besides 30 to 40 small features in terms of performance upgrades and search improvements and that sort of thing, we had two major features that we released in version 18. One was a feature that customers have been asking for a very long time, to allow them to quote large projects in a quantity-based nature like they would in Excel, like 42 of these and 140 of these and that sort of thing, which, because of the very exacting nature of that software product, we haven't been able to do that, because each item needs to be attached to a location on a drawing and a particular wire ID and a system and all that. So it's hard to just amass them on a single line item, but we figured out how to do it. And that's part of this most recent release, which will make estimating and quoting large projects incredibly fast and probably cut time in half. The other feature that we released is more of an integration. Customers have been also asking for inventory management for a long time, which we have opted not to get directly involved in, but we did complete a bi-directional API integration with two really good inventory management solutions called Trax.io and Tracknicity in this past release. So now our customers have a better option for doing inventory and keeping that data flowing seamlessly in and out of D-Tools. So those are the big improvements for SI. In terms of cloud, we're moving very quickly on that product. By the way, the D-Tools Cloud product is probably to a point now that it is suitable for some of this. I don't know if I want to say smaller commercial integrators, but commercial integrators that do smaller projects. And what I mean by that is maybe sub 100,000 on average. I think that product has gotten to a point where it's probably well suited for that crowd. And we released a number of project management features recently, including scheduling, like project planning, work orders, task management, timekeeping, etc. We completed an integration with QuickBooks Desktop which we previously just had QuickBooks Online. And we continue to improve the flexibility and customization of our quoting and proposal solution with like line item adjustments and fixed package pricing and some of the other features that customers have been asking for. So, there's always a lot new with both products, but that's some of the most recent updates that I'll make the readership aware of.
So I know that D-Tools interfaces with a whole lot of integrators and has a pretty good macro view of the industry as a whole. What are your observations as it relates to current challenges and the future of our industry?
Well, I mean, the good news is I'm hearing from the system integrators I speak with, and I talk to several every week, that the market is strong, business is good, everybody's up the last year and this year, and that's really positive. They are being impacted by two significant forces in the marketplace. One is supply chain issues and challenges and delays, and the other is a labor shortage. And I think everybody's aware of both and the pain that both can cause. I'll speak specifically about the labor shortage because I've been giving some talks of late and wrote an article or blog post on this topic, which I'll share a link with you for the article. But the thing that I think is most important when it comes to the labor shortage is that it's real, and it's lasting. I mean, the economy grew at, what was it, 5.6% last year was the GDP growth. And this year, is starting off with a little bit of a pothole, but they're still projecting 3 to 3.6% growth. And the US Congressional Budget Office is projecting 4% growth year over year through the end of the decade. So this labor shortage problem isn't going to go away. The way to counteract it, in my mind, is to get more efficiency and productivity out of your existing team. So there's a lot of ways to do that, which the article details, but I will say, as it relates to software, which is of course my forte, if you choose a software product that is designed to help improve efficiency, standardize your operations, increase productivity in your organization, my strong recommendation is that companies exploit the power of those products. And that can be through training, of course, just getting the team better trained and taking advantage of all the features that are available. Because what I see all too often is companies using, like Excel as a calculator, or D-Tools as a quoting tool or a drawing tool, and it does so much more. So that's my recommendation: is instead of looking to add more people because that's painful, it's time consuming, it's expensive, and they're hard to find. Instead, look to exploit the resources that you already have available in your arsenal of productivity tools, and take the most advantage of those that you can.
I really appreciate all the insights today, Randy. It's been very informative, and thank you for taking some time to educate me and Commercial Integrator's audience.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for having me again, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you again, Randy Stearns, CEO of D-Tools, for joining me today. My name is Dan Farisi, Editor-in-Chief with Commercial Integrator, and please check back on commercialintegrator.com regularly for more great content just like this.